E3 has died. Possibly forever at this point. And it's really sad. I like the digital events, but, you know, there's something about E3 that'll never be replaceable. I'm gonna make a little fun vid where we just look down memory lane, look at some of the best E3 moments, so we can remember them fondly. What's this one? A Nintendo? Reggie? This looks really old.
Our program this morning. But before you leave, I'd like you to step inside one more world for Nintendo GameCube.
Twilight Princess? Look at everybody just walking away. What's going? Who's walking away? Why's everybody walking away? It's Twilight Princess on the screen. There it is. The sound of people just so elated. And then Miyamoto comes out with this thing, like, this doesn't happen anymore. This level of celebration. It's so sad. Look how happy everybody is. This is what I'm talking about. He came on with the sword and shield like a bunch of times after this. I think he loved it so much. Konami. Oh my gosh. That's like, even when E3 is bad, it's great. Like, this is amazing. This is a moment in history.
Disturbing creatures, the mind-boggling and mind-bending psychology that transports players to an alternative experience that is Silent Hill.
Like, is this guy trying to be funny, or is he like coked out? I don't know. This was like the Wild West era of E3. This sort of thing did stop. Oh, classic.
Is do a what we call a body check on somebody. So today, I think we'll do it with Reggie. Hi.
My body is ready.
And the rest is history. You don't get My Body is Ready anymore on Nintendo Directs, right? I remember this one, 2015, being like, they knocked it out of the park. Yeah, this game was dead, and then they were like, no, actually, it's coming soon. The Last Guardian was like the start of the show. Horizon Zero Dawn followed it, like, huge game. Oh no!
Hi guys.
No Man's Sky.
So last year. And I could even go a little faster.
It's like the amount of promise in this moment was impossible.
Many of them. I'm just gonna pick one of these at random.
I'm gonna pick one of these at random. Yeah, that was a lie as well. Now this moment, I remember this one.
Tonight, I am proud to announce that by popular demand, we have a very special treat for everyone.
This was insane, and I knew nothing about Final Fantasy. I just knew, like, yeah, 7, he's got a cloud, he's got a big sword.
In its wake,
like, I got goosebumps. I had goosebumps way back then, and I didn't even care about this franchise.
Yet with each fond remembrance, we knew those encountered were not forgotten. That someday we would see them again.
Dude.
At last.
Just, I'm at a loss for words. This teaser was peak. Peak! Like, people have been waiting for that for so long. Oh, there's one girl on her phone. That was kind of funny. And then they announced, like, a little bit later, it's gonna be 3 games. And everyone was like, what do you mean? Shenmue 3. This was a complete dud. I mean, it was hype. But, like, this was a bomb. This one. Pay for it. You guys pay for it, and then it comes out and it's still bad. The last Arkham game too. Jeez. Yeah, this has to be one of the best E3 shows. Just in terms of the hype announcements. Especially because, you know, this studio went on to make freaking Suicide Squad, and that's looking great so far. You know, I remember this one. This was great. They filmed a little thing of him in his office, and you know, the Pikmin running around. Like, we don't get this anymore either. The Pikmin falls in his pocket, and then he comes out on stage. He's got the little Pikmin in his pocket. Like, come on, that's adorable. Bill Trinan. When was the last time you saw Bill Trinan? Where's Bill? Bill! Like, this announcement, all the production that went into it, and they come out, and it's still just like, you know, Pikmin 3 is on Wii U, but it's still hype. Compare that to Pikmin 4, where Miyamoto's just on a white background, just saying his lines, and then the nameless ghost translator says it, and then it's just like a couple pictures, and then Pikmin 4. And it's like, that was a hype announcement because we've been waiting so long, but otherwise, how hype can you be when it's just like, here it is, the logo. Alright, next thing. There's no pomp and circumstance, man. I do remember this show did have like one of the worst endings.
Let's finish with one more walk through the theme park that is Nintendo Land. Enjoy.
Like, they just showed you the game and fireworks. There's nothing, there's no announcement. It was just, look at the fireworks, bye. Everyone's like, is something gonna happen? Is something gonna happen? Nope. But even like when they switched over to digital, and there was like this era of hybrid, some people were live and some people were digital, but it was still all E3, they still had really cool stuff. Like, they did Robot Chicken. Like, Nintendo did a collaboration with Robot Chicken. Ever since they went away from E3, nothing like that's ever happened. They collabed with Mega 64. Mega 64 just made a video twice for them for their E3. But the best by far had to be literally the Jim Henson Company making puppets of these guys and doing a bit. Like, this is amazing. It didn't matter. I don't even know what was in this show. It didn't matter because they did all this. They put all this work into it, and it was so good.
My puppet body is ready.
There it is. Oh yeah, it ended up being an announcement for
Check this out.
not a very good Star Fox game. Oh, speaking of, I mean, we don't need to talk about Smash Bros. Because that's like all they got these days. That's all the hype, and now that was gone, they don't really have big punchy finales anymore. But it all went back to Melee, man. This is one of the best reactions. Because they're just like, you're just seeing all these characters not looking like polygonal, blocky things for the first time. Ridley's in the game! Yo, Ridley's in the game! No, not really. Who the heck are those guys? This is like the 2000 whatever equivalent of the Everyone Is Here trailer. They're like, wow, they put Peach in it! Oh my gosh! Sometimes they'd have actual developers come on. Like, you know, you usually get the embarrassing executives. But every now and then, you get like a guy, just a guy who made a game. This guy who wanted to make a game, who was personal. He had his own little Yarny, and he like was shaky and was like really nervous, and everybody loved him. This is great. Like, the genuine moments too. You have the embarrassing moments, you have the hype, you have the funny, and you have the real stuff. This guy got like fan art on that day. I remember that. This was one of, this is like my earliest memory of E3 when I saw this. This is like the only time Valve showed up, ever. And they dropped the biggest bomb ever.
3, 2, 1. outspoken in my comments about the current generation of game consoles. Introduced me backstage.
Gaben tries to squash some beef and just says, yeah, Portal 2. Trailer, GLaDOS bit.
It's been a long time.
Oh yeah.
How have you been?
Oh my god. And this was the last game that Valve made. Sony, remember when Sony had like Attitude? I wasn't obviously there for this one. This is 95. This is before I was born. But this moment is pretty legendary. What's the price gonna be for the PlayStation? They get the guy out here. I don't even know who it is.
$299.
I mean, that's amazing. They brought that attitude back not too long ago. Another legendary E3. 2013? Yeah, whatever. I think it was 2013. The Xbox One reveal, which was like a disaster. With the DRM and all, you remember, that was like a legendary thing as well. And then they had the balls to make this video 20 seconds long. How do you share a game? Here you go. I mean, so full of yourself, you know? Such an asshole. But that's what we like to see, man. Because everybody was anti-Xbox that year. Everyone was like, screw them. And they were just like, all right, let's capitalize on that. It's like this moment. 19 million views. This moment was like part of a series of moments that led Xbox to changing everything for the past 9 years. They've been trying to like backtrack ever since. Insane. That kind of thing only happens at E3.
But it's
oh yeah, a great follow-up to the $2.99 thing. $5.99 US. See, I feel like Sony is in the $5.99 attitude right now. Sony's really cool when they're like fighting, and then when they're on the top, they suck. Because right now PS5 is, you know, it exists.
Andrew House.
The Kojima arc. When he was in the, he was like bottom. He was getting screwed over at Konami. And then Sony comes in and they bust out the neon carpet for the guy. Look at this. Look at that. One of the most hype reveals wasn't a game, it was a man. What an entrance. And then he slaps us with Death Stranding. I mean, I will get muted on YouTube for that. But this trailer, you've seen it. Come on. Waiting for Death Stranding trailers, like little short films, was probably more hype than the game. I'm out of them. Those are my favorite E3s. What's your favorite E3 memory moments? I'm actually curious though. If I forgot some big ones, let me know. Because E3, man, I'll never forget it. I will always love going down memory lane. So let me know what other E3 moments there were that affected you. The ones that you loved. Oh wait, there's one more.
coming this year. Peggle 2!